RGC Podcast presents.
Welcome back, everyone, to an RGC Public Library podcast. We are your hosts,
Ene
and Kelsey, and this is Cover to Cover. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, we're back in the studio where we belong.
Yes, definitely.
How was your week?
My week was good. It was pretty good, pretty mellow at home, being lazy.
That's the dream. That's the American dream.
Yes, exactly.
So, a little update.
Mm-hmm.
Our last episode, as of right now, has over 83 views.
Wow.
That is so great. We just want to thank everyone who keeps tuning in and who genuinely likes our nonsense.
Yes, thank you.
We just want to say thank you and please keep watching.
Yes, a lot of little air hearts, everybody. Heart. What's that? Oh, it's a heart.
It's a heart.
I didn't know that. Ooh.
It's a little K-pop heart.
K-pop heart.
Alrighty. So should we move into our topic for today, Ene?
Yes, ma'am. I actually am very excited to hear you talk about this.
You want to hear this?
Yes, I do.
So the book I read for this episode, hear me out. I didn't actually read it. I listened to audiobooks.
Nice.
And I heard every single one of them.
All of them already?
I already finished them all.
Wow.
I was sewing in preparation for an event that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let those audiobooks play. And there I was with like an iron. And I was like,
what is happening?
Like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
So this week, I want to talk about The Hunger Games.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Hunger Games is an early 2000s dystopian young adult novel by the American author Suzanne Collins. The nation of Panem is divided into 12 districts, ruled from the capital. As punishment for a failed revolt, each district is forced to select 2 tributes, one boy and one girl, between the ages of 12 and 18, to fight to the death in the annual Hunger Games until there is only one survivor. Okay, just based off the description, what do you think?
I mean, I've read The Hunger Games.
You've read
right? And, I mean, just the summary itself, for those of you that haven't read it, I mean, come on. It gives you, like, little puppet chills. Come on.
This book, the book series follows a teenage girl named Katniss Everdeen as she faces the Hunger Games in order to save those she loves. But while doing so, she also has to fight the Capitol as the appointed face of the revolution, the Mockingjay.
Yeah.
I have opinions.
Let's hear them.
Okay, I have opinions.
Let's go.
Okay, so one of the main arguments I hear about like this series, I'm going to spoil it. It's been enough time. This book came out in the 2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
The movies came out like 2012-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what happens. Enough time has passed. I'm going to spoil it.
Go ahead.
So, during the series, there's this one argument I always have with people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First book, Katniss is talking to her best friend, Gale, who is also a love interest.
Right.
Okay? And she's talking to him, and she says something along the lines of that she never wants to start a family.
Right.
And that's understandable given the situation they live in, right?
Right. Yeah.
At the end of the book, literally the last few pages,
right,
it's like a little summary that she makes a family with the other love interest, Peeta.
Peeta
Yeah. Malark.
I love Peeta.
And a lot of people were mad about this. They were saying stuff like, hey, but she never wanted a family, right? But you have to understand that at the end of the series, she felt safe enough to start that family.
Preach to the moon. Thank you so much. Finally, somebody shares what I think.
Like, and I cannot stand Gale.
I can't either.
Because, like, the whole series, he's manipulative.
Yeah.
He manipulates Katniss.
Yes.
And Peeta, all he wants is the best for her.
Yeah, he just wants love. Again, do you love me, real or not real?
Oh!
Come on.
And then, like, again, towards the end of the series, like, Katniss goes back to District 12, right? And she's living there alone with Gracie something. What's her name? Gracie Sue?
Mm-hmm.
And she asks, like, so what about Gale? Like, what happened to Gale? And, like, she says, oh, he got a cushy job in District 2.
Yeah.
District 2 made the Peacekeepers. I'm sorry if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, but I have feelings.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's not a peacekeeper, but
he's not a peacekeeper because they basically revolted against the government, and I guess it's not peacekeeper.
But he's still part of the government.
He's now part of the government, even if it wasn't the original government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same story, different book.
Yeah, first of all, again, if any of you have opposing points, please tell us. Like, we want to know. Leave it in our
comments. We want to read them.
Yeah, we want to know what you guys think. But I am so happy and so glad that somebody finally brought up my point, because I bring this up with other people and they're like, like, if Gale is some freaking saint.
It's like Gale is just misunderstood. No, he's not. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Through the whole series, he had a mission and he did not care.
Yeah, and he literally tells her when she says, did you know about what was... Were you a part of what happened? And he says, I don't know. Like... You knew. You knew you were going to blow her up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, because like that was like the last chapters. She asked him, were they your bombs? Mm-hmm. And he just said, I don't know. And that was the end of that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I would have been like, what do you mean you don't know? Were you not there or something? Come on. And then for him to walk towards it like nothing was wrong, everybody...
I got feelings.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying he's like the worst guy ever.
He's not. There's worse characters. I understand that.
But he is not all that I think people crack him out to be.
Exactly. Like, let me give you an example, okay? The whole Gale versus Peeta, in my opinion, is a lot like Jacob versus Edward from Twilight.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But in this case... there's no competition between Gale and Peeta.
No, I mean, honestly, Peeta just wants to love her. And you see it in the whole book.
From book 1 to the end of book 3, all he wanted was to save Katniss.
Because even when he's getting tortured, he fights his mind-melting thing and tells her, run! Like,
yeah. Okay.
Come on.
You all need to read the book. We have it on Libby.
We have it on Libby, and we have the books,
We have the books at the RGC Public Library. Check them out.
We have them, and I think we have the ebooks, too. I mean, you guys, if you all like series, if you like action, if you like romance, this has a little bit of everything.
It's got everything.
I mean, it even makes you giggle a little.
And not only that, the lady who reads the audiobooks, she has so much emotion in her voice.
Oh, I love that.
That it just made it like such a pleasant listen, you know?
Wow, that's awesome. I love that.
Okay, I feel like my feelings are out and I can go upon my day.
My turn.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, so... I want to talk about Britney Spears, The Woman in Me.
Oh my God.
Everybody, I had this book on hold for weeks. I have been wanting to read this book so badly.
You turned it in and then it was immediately off the shelf again.
Yeah, because it has people waiting.
I am one of those people now.
Yeah, but you guys, oh my gosh. The Woman in Me is a brave and astonishing moving story about freedom, fame, motherhood, survival, faith, and hope. In June 2021, the whole world was listening as Britney Spears spoke in open court. The impact of sharing her voice, her truth, was undeniable, and it changed the course of her life and the lives of countless others. The Woman in Me reveals for the first time her incredible journey and the strength at the core of one of the greatest performers in pop music history. Written with remarkable candor and humor, Spears' groundbreaking book illuminates the enduring power of music and love, and the importance of a woman telling her own story on her own terms at last.
Oh, that poor woman.
I mean, the book...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. The book goes into so much, everybody. Like, this book had me on my toes the whole time, and I realized that this is her story, her real life story.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna feel for her, even if you're not a Britney fan. Like, the things that she went through, like, oh my gosh,
that poor woman. I have opinions on Britney Spears. Okay, can I just voice them really quick?
Yeah, sure, of course.
The industry ruined her.
Oh, I loved her back in the day.
No, yes.
I mean, I still love her.
I love Britney Spears. I think Britney Spears has a free pass to post whatever she wants on the internet right now.
And she talks about that, just FYI, in the book.
Does she really?
Yeah, she does.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm guessing around the time she was writing, like, people were giving her a bunch of backlash because she comes out, like, you know, covering herself and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. When you've been tied up since your teens?
Like, the industry had her, like, in a chokehold through her entire youth.
I don't think it was just the industry. After reading the book, I mean...
It was more than that, wasn't it?
It was a lot more than that. And, oh, you guys, you have to read it. Like, it is a very riveting story. She's gone through so much, okay? I mean, Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Free Britney, okay? Hashtag Free Britney, because honestly... Now, after reading this, I understand everything that I see now.
Because, like, I haven't read the book. I have not, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do follow her on social media.
Yeah, so do I.
And I see, like, what people are saying about the book and, like, excerpts from the book, things like that.
Right.
And I've heard clips of it. And I'm like, oh, this woman, like, she just needs a break.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after reading the book, I don't want to say that I understand her, right? Because I don't know her as a person.
Exactly.
But I understand her behavior a lot more.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you said, just let her, like, I mean, leave her.
Like,
let her.
Who is she hurting right now?
Nobody. She's freaking dancing around in the entry of her house.
She's living her best life in her beautiful house with a TikTok and Instagram account. Let her be.
Exactly. I mean, after reading all this, like, let her be. Like, just let her be. Let her be herself.
For once.
Yeah.
Let her be herself.
Because for one thing, I mean, again, just my opinion. If you guys have opinions, we'd love to hear them. Please let us know. But it's so hard to be yourself without the things that have happened to her. The fact that she has the strength to be herself now.
Well, good for her.
She's 40, right? Like in her 40s, I believe.
In her 40s?
I believe so, somewhere there. And I mean, wow. I mean, kudos
to Britney Spears.
Kudos to Britney Spears. I mean, she's off living her best life, and I know that a lot of us wish we could.
100%.
So that's my opinion on all that.
I have to ask, though, is the book, like, scathing? Does it drop all the tea?
It does.
Oh.
I mean, hot piping tea. Like, you gotta blow on that tea because you're gonna get it all.
Oh my God, I'm so ready. I'm just waiting for whoever has it before me to finish it because I want it.
Oh, and everyone, it is available on Libby as an audiobook and an ebook.
Yes, okay, but you have to wait in line like the rest of us.
Yeah, please wait in line. You're going to be on hold for a bit, but I'm telling you that it is so worth the wait.
Okay, it's a little off topic, but you know what book I want to read too? The Jeanette McCurdy one.
Oh, I read that one too.
Is it good?
It's amazing.
I want to read that one. At least I want to hear the audiobook because she reads her own audiobook, right?
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay.
And I might be biased here again, segueing away, but I love biographies. I love autobiographies and biographies. Something about reading other people's lives just does it for me.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I love it.
I love that you do that for yourself.
Yes, I love it. I honestly do. Like, it just, I don't know. I've always been into it. When I was younger, I would read the diary type books. What were they called?
Okay, yeah.
And ever since then, I just love biographies.
I take you as one of those persons who go to Barnes & Noble and you read the About Author section first.
Yes, I do actually. I'm like, who's this person? Yeah.
Oh, Anna, that was so good. Thank you for letting us know about that.
You're welcome.
Should we move on to our next topic?
Yes. And I actually want to know, and I want to hear from you first. What is your resolution?
My New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
Hear me out. I
Okay.
think New Year's resolutions are kind of silly.
Okay.
Hear me out. You know why? Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Because, yes, New Year's comes every year.
Yeah.
And every year I tell myself that, like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I never follow up with it, right?
Right.
So part of me is like, I'm not going to call it a New Year's resolutions.
All right.
I'm just going to say it's something I want to do.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Goals.
Goals.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for example, it's a little silly, it is, but for me, I want to be a better cosplayer.
Oh, yeah.
That's something I want.
Makes sense.
Like, as a person, my main hobby outside of what I do for the city. Do you hear that?
I heard it.
Truck.
Mm-hmm.
Honk honk. outside my job as a librarian staff,
Right.
I like to go to conventions
Mm-hmm.
and I like to cosplay. For those who don't know, cosplaying is when you do the art of creating costumes based off anime, movie, video game, comic book characters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole wide genre.
Right.
That's what I do. There's a whole community.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Rio, we have a pretty big community as well, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing this since 2015.
Wow.
Yes. And yes, humble brag here. I have placed. I've gotten awards. I've gotten best in show.
Mm.
But I always feel like there's room for improvement.
Yeah, of course.
We are January 23rd. I have already been invited to 6 events.
Oh my gosh, very good.
I'm happy, and I have an event this weekend, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just, okay. That is one resolution for me, okay?
Right,
Can I
okay.
tell you my other ones real quick?
Of course.
I want to be nicer to myself.
That's always a good one.
I want to be nicer to myself because I'm always a little too hard on myself.
Okay.
And I feel like if I am not nice to myself, how can I expect anybody else to be nice to me?
Right.
Right? So I want to just love myself a little bit more.
Are you trying to tell me something, Kelsey? Because you're like, it's bad enough for people to be nice to you, but wow.
I'm not saying it like that.
I'm just kidding, everybody. This is how I get around with her on a daily.
It's friendly bullying.
Yeah.
Well, I also, one more thing is like, I want to have better time management.
Okay.
One thing I'm horrible at is time management.
Are you a procrastinator?
100%.
Yeah.
I have an event this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Ask me if my dress is done.
Is your dress done?
No. It's not going up to a good start, but I got planners. I've got pens. It's something. I'm working on it.
Very good.
I also want to drink more water.
Yeah, you do. Not her sipping Coke right now in front of my face.
All right, can I hear your New Year's resolutions?
Okay, this is kind of sound kind of weird, like I'm copying you, but I'm not.
Okay.
I also don't really believe in resolutions.
Okay.
It's January for me, you know.
It's just another month.
You know what? It's birthday month for me. That's what it is.
That's
okay?
right. It's your birthday month.
Yes. But I always write goals for myself. I've always had a planner, and I have a section always that just says goals.
Okay.
One of my goals is just to walk more.
Okay.
You know, this has nothing to do with exercise or anything, people. This just has to do with me. I love walking. I used to do it a lot as a child. My grandma would take me off to the montes and we would just walk, right? It's just something I literally enjoy. And I feel like I don't do it anymore that often. So I just want to walk more.
You need to do the things you love to do.
Yeah, for reals. And then I also want to start drinking water as well. But again,
You drink a lot of water.
I do. But now, not me dropping way too much info, but the medication that I'm taking right now after my whole cancer deal
Yes.
can mess up my kidneys.
Okay.
So they literally told me no more Coke, and I you know, it's red button syndrome, no more Coke, and I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm really craving like a Coke. Yeah. So I've got down to once a day of drinking anything that's Coke, pop, anything like that.
Okay.
And the rest of the day drinking water.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, but I want to just cut it to just drinking water or cranberry juice, which is literally what my doctor told me.
I like cranberry juice.
I love cranberry juice. But like the actual cranberry juice,
the one
not
that tastes-
cocktail.
The one that tastes like battery acid.
It doesn't taste like battery acid. It's just tart.
It tastes like acid.
No, it does not. Everyone, cranberry juice does not taste like acid.
You need to water it down.
And the next thing that I want to do, honestly, is I want to be more mindful.
Okay. Explain.
I want to be more mindful, not only towards myself, because I feel like as a mother, as a working mother and all that, I have a lot of what they call quote unquote mom guilt.
Okay.
And I just want to be more mindful about, girl, you're working 8 hours, you come home, you do stuff at home, you spend time with your boys. Of course, you're exhausted by 8 o'clock.
Dude, you do things that I have no idea how you do it. I ain't got no kids. Like one time you told me, it's like, oh yeah, I woke up, I did dishes this morning, and I got my boys ready for school. And I'm like, who did dishes?
Yeah.
Like
At 5 a.m, everybody.
like I get up and
Yeah.
like I'm lucky if I even get my eyebrows on that day.
So yeah, I just want to be more mindful, and also while being mindful to myself, be mindful of others
Yeah.
as well, because I feel like as a person, and I'm talking about me, sometimes you're having a bad day and you look at someone and you're like, oh my God, like whatever. But at the same time, I mean, why am I not mindful of their happiness? Like, oh, you're happy, awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're having a good day.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my 3 goals.
That's really good. Another thing, going back to like goals and things like that, you told me at the beginning of the year to make a vision board.
Oh yeah, I love those.
And I did.
Ooh.
I made a vision board, and the things on it are so like ridiculous, but like I can't.
What is on your vision board?
I put an anime fiesta trophy.
Nice.
Because I want to win that convention.
That's awesome.
I also put the Disneyland castle. Because I want to go to Disney. I put a suitcase on that vision board.
Nice.
I put some pink clothes because I want more pink clothes.
Nice. Yeah.
It's silly, but it's just little things that I know I can probably accomplish.
Okay, let me just tell you one thing. That is so not silly. In my first ever vision board, you all, I had an iPad and a printer because I really wanted one.
Did you get them?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm happy too. So no, it is a vision board is just of things you want for yourself, and also I had put getting close to my boys. I don't know why. They're literally glued to me like magnets. But, I did, and me and my boys are closer than ever. I mean, it can be anything.
Your boys are real sweet.
Oh, thank you. I love them both.
Right. Well, I'm kind of emotional right now after that.
Aww.
So should we move on to our next topic?
Yes, I want to hear about this topic because I thought it was one thing,
I thought it was one thing, and then I did the research, and I was like, oh, it's a completely different thing.
Exactly. So let's hear it.
All right. So this week, we have National Library Shelfie Day.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth Wednesday in January offers a unique opportunity for book lovers on Library Shelfie Day. Whether you have a small library with a few select favorites or are a true bibliophile, arrange your collection on a shelf and take a picture. Express your inner artist. Build a tower of babbling books or a wall of words. Invite others to join you in your aesthetically pleasing book building adventure with the hashtag Library Shelfie Day. If you follow us on Instagram, you can see our very own contribution to this holiday.
Ooh.
So when I first heard of this holiday, I thought, oh, girl, we could go take a selfie in the book aisles.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I thought. No, it's actually taking pictures of your books.
That's awesome.
Which, it's spelled shelf, like SHELFIE, like shelfie.
Yeah.
So I should have understood.
I didn't. I was ready to take a picture of myself in the library and be like, post it, Kelsey.
Hashtag
Shelfie. But I am glad that it is about the books because we have a new Texas section, everybody.
Oh my gosh, our collection is... Yeah. Okay, so just for a second, let's talk about this, okay?
Yes.
So we received a grant.
Right.
And within this grant, we were able to acquire over 100 books based on the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes.
And there's so many different books that we have, from easy to Texas to fiction to juvenile fiction. We have so many different books, and they're available to the public.
Yes. I mean, there are some great books in there. I already checked one out.
I did too.
Yes. So, I mean, the books there are so exciting. There's so many other ones that I want to check out personally. But come on, everybody. Come on down. This Borderland collection is amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes. It's so good.
And
so good.
I don't know. I think it's so cool because you see the titles, you read the authors, and you're like, oh my gosh, these are people that are just like us.
Mm-hmm, definitely. And I mean, I really want to give out a compliment to this whole section that we have now because the books are just, I mean, wow. As
a matter of fact, right now in the Rio Grande City Public Library, we have these books on display. Mm-hmm. So you can come visit us and you can look at them, check them out. It's amazing, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it truly is. I mean, I checked it out today. And I found a book, of course. I think there's something in there for everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, who doesn't want to know more about this beautiful Rio Grande Valley that we live in, right? Yeah. Excuse me.
You good?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
And speaking of complimenting, National Compliment Day.
Aww.
Yeah. According to National Day calendar, National Compliment Day on January 24th offers a wonderful way to brighten someone's day or to give credit for a job well done. Give an extra compliment annually on January 24th and anytime one is deserved. A compliment has a powerful effect. It can instill confidence in a child or validate someone's hard work. A compliment not only improves the receiver's mood, but it also says something about the giver. It tells them you noticed.
Aww.
Whether we recognize someone's achievement or their classic style, a compliment can go a long way.
Oh, how cute.
I mean, I believe in this. I love giving
Yeah.
compliments. I'm the kind of person that, I mean, you know, some people might not like this, but if this happens to me a lot and my husband goes, like, babe, maybe they don't like it. But as of right now, I haven't met anyone that doesn't like it. But I'll be like with the cashiers, the little bit that we have now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one time there was this beautiful human being, and she was as white as a porcelain doll. She had dark hair. To me, she was like gobstocking. Like, she was beautiful. And I told her, I was like, Mija, you are beautiful. And she's like, oh, thank you. And I tend to do that a lot. Like, I'll see anybody and I'll be like, oh my God, look at that cute child. You know, but that's just me, right? And I mean, like I said, I haven't met anyone yet that's like, don't compliment me. Like, leave me alone.
Right?
Yeah.
The other day at the library, I was helping a patron and I was sending a fax for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing this hot pink sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, that color looks really good on you because you're very pale.
Oh.
And I was like, oh,
thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, yeah, there's just something about it, you know. And we all know that pink is your signature color.
And I'm always wearing black.
Yeah.
I want more pink clothes.
Again, you will. You're going to get it. You're going to get it.
Okay.
So, Kelsey, would you like to talk about our calendar of events?
Of course.
Hmm.
Now that we are in January, we have a few things planned for the month. First, every Thursday, we have family game nights here at the RTC Public Library from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. We also moved Winter Movie Night from January 16th to the 30th due to the harsh weather we have been facing lately. It'll be at the same appointed time from 4 p.m. to 5:30 here at the RTC Public Library.
Ooh.
I'm so excited for Winter Movie Night.
Me too.
I want popcorn.
Oh, popcorn.
Popcorn sounds good.
I smell the butter.
You want to tell us about our programs in it?
Of course I do. For our programs, we have ESL classes every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Las clases de ESL se llevarán al cabo de la biblioteca de la ciudad de Rio Grande, cada martes y jueves de las 9 a las 11. We also have our adult program called Blissful Balance, Meditation and Yoga for Beginners. For more information on registering, please call 956-487-4389. I would like to say, though, that we only have how many classes?
I think we have 2 more left.
2 more left, everybody. And lastly, we have our monthly Beanstack Reading Challenge, where we come from Winter Reading Challenge. It is up from January 1st to the 30th. Again, for more information, do call us or contact us on our various social medias, as well as, again, our phone number, 956-487-4389. You can find us at RGC Library on our social medias.
Guess what?
Yes.
I just plugged in my 10th book onto Beanstack.
Awesome.
Is it an audiobook? Yes. Does it count? Of course.
Of course. Any book counts. I mean, even magazines count.
Really?
Yeah. A book is a book.
I don't read a lot of magazines nowadays.
I used to back in my younger days.
Same. I would read like Tiger Pop or something like that. The one that used to have all the Twilight posters in it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. No, mine was 17.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say something kind of weird?
Hmm.
It's on topic, but it's a little off topic.
Mm-hmm.
Every month, I get sent a Vanity Fair magazine,
Okay.
but I don't know who's sending it to me.
Vanity Fair.
I never subscribe to it. I don't pay for it.
Hmm.
It just shows up at my house.
I get Vogue.
You get Vogue?
I get Vogue. Yeah.
Huh.
She's a thick one.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who sends it to me.
But I will say that in my younger years, that's all I read for a good while was
Really?
magazines. So I would read 17, Teen Vogue, and Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, when I was a teenager, the ones I would read were the manga anime ones called
Okay.
Shoujo Jump and things like that. They don't make those anymore, and I'm heartbroken.
Heartbroken.
Every Walmart I go to, I look for them.
But they're not there
No,
anymore.
I even looked it up and it says they've been discontinued.
No, I'm so sorry.
Alrighty, so should we move on to the book of the week?
Yeah.
Can you guess who it's not?
Pinkalicious?
It's not Pinkalicious. this
Oh my
week.
gosh, who is it?
It is Diary of the Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever.
Woo!
Is this the first Diary of the Wimpy Kid book we've had as the top one?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Which I'm actually surprised about
Right?
because I feel like a lot of people check them out.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah, okay.
A couple of days ago, I saw that it was still Pinkalicious.
Mm-hmm.
And out of curiosity, I checked its circulation log and it has been checked out 15 times.
Oh.
Right? And then I checked this one,
Mm-hmm.
which was number 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
It's been checked out 30 times.
I think it goes monthly though.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. But now this one's number 1.
Woo! Let's see.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever is a juvenile fiction novel by Jeff Kinney.
Mm-hmm.
It is the 6th installment of Kinney's Wimpy Kid series. Cabin Fever follows the misadventures of Greg Heffley as his attempt to earn money for Christmas gifts gets him in trouble in school, just as the massive blizzard sets in. This series is very popular amongst our younger patrons, and it usually stays within the top 10 books of the month.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if you ever see our top 10 books on YouTube, because we do post the top 10 books at the end of every month, there'll probably be 1 or 2 Wimpy Kid book in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And of course you can check our website as well, www.rgclibrary.org, and you will see the top that our computer generates, and there's usually at least 1 Wimpy Kid there.
Usually,
Yeah. And just to pleasantly say, and it's usually this one, I think.
Cabin Fever?
Yeah, Cabin Fever.
It's Roderick Rules and
Mhm,
Cabin Fever. Those two are always like swapping.
Yeah, yes, for sure. But I will say that I'm very glad. Diary of a Wimpy Kid deserves its dues.
It does.
For reals.
It really does.
So, should we move on to staff picks?
Yes, and this week it's your turn.
Yes. Now, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to give in my opinion. So, my staff pick is Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul. 101 stories to open the hearts and rekindle the spirit of mothers. An endearing collection of stories invokes memories of motherhood and includes sections of love, giving birth, higher wisdom, maternal wisdom, and more. With contributions from such celebrities as Emma Bombeck, Reba McEntire, Barbara Bush, and other famous people. Simultaneously, 500,000 first printings of this book.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Reba McEntire?
I love Reba McEntire.
I love Reba McEntire.
My older brother has a huge crush on her.
Really?
Yes, even now.
Oh.
Mhm.
Reba.
Yeah.
My mom, okay. We had a 1995 blue Isuzu Rodeo, and in the glove compartment box, my mom kept a stack of Reba McEntire CDs.
Nice.
So I think of Reba, I think of that car.
Okay, so I want to tell you guys that when I first read this book, I was a new mother. Okay, this was in 2009. Yeah, we still have this book, FYI, at the library. But it was in 2009. I had just had my beautiful baby boy, Darian Lopez. And he was a couple of months old. And I saw this and I was like, hey, I'm a mom. You know, I want to read it.
I want to read that.
Okay. And just to give you all a little, just to age myself here. 2009, I was 19. Okay. I read this book. And again, I love emotional invoking books. This thing made me cry. It made me laugh. Okay. And I was 19. You'd think like,
girl, I'm 28 and I'm still crying at everything.
Yeah. No, but you would think like, she's reading this. Like, is this really what I love this book. I would read it again and again and again. And not just because it has these celebrities, which, I mean, their stories are amazing, but because there's also real moms here, okay?
Uh-huh.
And they're talking about things that I think all mothers are thinking. There is a mother for each mother in the world here.
Aww.
Read this book, you guys. It's still there. It gets checked out a lot. I think that's why we still have it. I mean, let me scratch that. That's not why I think we still have it. That's why we still have it. This book is thought-invoking. It's emotional-invoking. It's everything. It's going to make you happy, sad. At the end of it, you're definitely going to be, your mother's soul is going to breathe, for sure. This is a beautiful, beautiful book.
Oh.
Yes, definitely. I recommend this book 100%.
I love your boys. I don't have kids, but I like your boys.
Thank you.
Oh.
So next, I mean, just to bring the mood back up, what's next, Kelsey?
Book reviews. Book reviews. That's all I got for you.
Dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then,
Alrighty. You want to rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
let's do it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hi,
Okay,
go first.
You go first.
I got her with the paper.
The rock.
Ooh, I think this is this my first one with a name? Maybe. If not, it's my second. It is from Fatima.
Ooh.
Thank you, Fatima.
Fatima, that's such a pretty name.
Yes. It's called, book title, Ladybug Girl and the Ladybug Squared.
I think it's squad.
I think so, but we're going to go with squared. Here we go.
Okay.
The author is David Solman and Jackie Davis.
Oh.
She gave this book a 3 out of 5. All right, Fatima.
Critical.
We are here to hear. In your words, what was this book about? It's a ladybug girl with her dog and mom. All right.
Okay.
And then, what did you think of this book? And she put, es un poco aburrido. So, in English, she thought that this was a little boring.
Oh.
All right, Fatima. I mean,
Pop off, girl.
yeah, kudos. I mean, honestly, this is what book reviews are about, everybody. Give us your honest opinion. Fatima, I mean,
Thank you.
clappies. Thank you so much for your honest opinion.
I feel like that's the first book review that we got that they were actually kind of like, yeah, it's kind of boring.
No, I think we got another one that
Did
was like
we?
4 out of 5. We're like, all right.
Okay. I
Yeah.
enjoy the honesty.
Yeah. Thank you, Fatima.
Thank you, Fatima. Okay, so my book review, and it had to help me with the title because I really didn't understand what he wrote, but then it clicked to both of us at that moment.
Well, actually, I clicked to Kelsey and then I went, oh.
Okay, so this book review actually has a name
Woo.
from Joe Hernandez.
Ooh, thank you, Joe.
So the book title is NOS4AZ, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I read it, I was like, oh, like Nosferatu.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, I've seen this book so many times, everyone. And I just thought it was
Because-
like, oh, license plate.
Yeah, because it's a license plate. That's the title of the book. It's a license plate on the book, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the author is Joe Hill. Well, okay, Jojo.
Joe and Joe.
So they rated this book 4 out of 5 stars.
Ooh, it's a good rating.
In your words, what was this book about? A creepy old vampire looking for his next victim or victims.
Oh.
In parentheses, there's an S. So I read that and I'm like,
Nice.
oh, Nosferatu, like a vampire.
I know. I mean, I was definitely gobsmacked. I had never noticed that. And I've seen this book a lot of times, everybody.
What did you think of the book? They thought it was very good and atmospheric. Joe Hill learned very well from his dad. Again, in parentheses, Stephen King.
Aww.
I knew Stephen King's son wrote books. I just didn't know his name. I thought it'd be King.
Yeah, me too. It's Joe Hill.
It's Joe Hill.
Unless that's like his writer's name,
It could be a pen name.
you know?
Yeah.
Because maybe he didn't want,
Oh, maybe he didn't want his dad's fame to
yeah, he wanted his own right.
Oh, see,
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. You're so smart.
Thank
Happy compliment day.
you.
Okay. So, you know what time it is, isn't it?
Okay, before we do this, I just want to say thank you again to Joe and Fatima.
Thank you, Joe and Fatima.
Honestly, yes.
We
to both
love
of you.
honest book reviews.
Definitely snaps to you guys.
Well, Ene, you know what time it is.
I don't want it to be that time yet.
I am sorry, but you know what? We will be back.
Will we?
Yeah.
Okay.
In like 2 weeks. We would like to thank everyone who tuned in today's episode. We would like to send you off with this quote. Nothing is pleasanter than exploring a library by Walter Savage Landor. Until next time, this is
Cover to Cover,
an RGC Public Library podcast.
Bye.
Bye!
This podcast is an initiative of the City of Rio Grande City and the Rio Grande City EDC. If you would like to know more about certain topics pertaining to the municipality or have an idea for an upcoming podcast, email mgomez@rgcedc.com or brubio@cityofrgc.com.
RGC Podcast.